Hi there. I am the CRM Ninja, and on today's episode of the Oops Factor, I have Vivek Bavishi joining us. Welcome, Vivek.
Hey, thank you for having me.
It's wonderful to actually talk to you face to face or via virtual.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think we have met any time in person. So yeah,
No.
hopefully someday we will though.
Oh, yes, let's say very hopeful that at some point it would have happened in person. I think it would be nice to get some big meetups going back on,
Yeah, yeah, I hope so too.
which
Yeah,
would be very
kind of miss
nice.
those now. Yeah.
Yes, and even with technology as it stands, there's still something about people being in person and the whole interactions and such.
Yeah, I mean you form some long-lasting relationships which you cannot over a virtual conference. So yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to think about which long-lasting relationships I could actually talk about on the show that's for polite company. Um, anyhow, talking about technology and why I have the background, I understand you're into smart homes.
Yep, I am. Yeah, it's a perfect background, I guess. Although I don't think I have that fancy kind of a setup.
So,
uh,
how did you get into smart homes, and to what extent have you customized your own one?
So yeah, it's been a journey. So I started out with I saw these smart plugs coming up in the market, and this was like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Um, and this was when I moved to US to start studying here. I did my master's. So I mean, I just saw the smart plug come in. Of course, I didn't have much money. I was a student then, so I was like, okay, I want to try it out. Let me just see how it works. So it was a Vimo smart plug based on Wi-Fi and everything. Connects to the cloud. You turn on, turn off, and I mean that kind of got me hooked. So that was the first thing I bought, and then I got into this if this then that, which is like if you do something, then turn on this. So it was
I know
like how I
IFTT.
was, yeah. So I it was basically what I was doing it professionally. I wanted to automate things, right? Business applications, flows, and stuff. Similarly, I want to do my
Hold on,
personal
you're
automation
telling
as well.
me
Yeah.
you connected smart stuff into like IoT stuff into the Power Platform?
Oh, I have. Yeah. I mean, I started off making videos from the API stuff. I think my first video is probably about some connecting through IFTTT, how to connect to the API, turn on, turn off switch from a Power App. So yeah, that's
Wow.
how I guess kind of got hooked onto it. But yeah, now, I mean, I slowly realized that I don't want to ask some big party corporates, cloud servers to turn on a switch in my home, right? I don't want the call to go all over there. So it just didn't work sometimes. It was finicky. So then I found out
Technology
about this.
finicky. I mean, come on.
I wish there were good cloud servers, like I mean, how Power Platform is on. So okay, I guess let's not open up that box, I guess. Uh,
No, not
but
today. Not today.
yeah, but it was, I guess I wanted to have local control.
Okay.
And I saw this platform Home Assistant kind of showing up. This was right before I was gonna. I recently bought a home, like a few months, 6, 7 months ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is the right time. I need to switch to something which is a platform rather than having everything connected through some cloud-based automations. So I switched to Home Assistant. It's a local platform. I have it on it's devices. I have Zigbee devices.
Okay.
Everything is on one platform, and everything talks to each other. I can automate any aspect. Like I can have one thing kind of, even if it's not possible to connect to their platform, their app. Home Assistant kind of gives you that option to just bring everything together and make
Nice.
automations that talk to each other. So that's where I am right now.
So how many smart gadgets do you have around the house?
At some point I was like, I should just try to note that down and see how much I've spent on this. But I was like, no, I don't want to do that. But I'd say I mean, the number should be around like maybe 40 or 50, I guess. So yeah.
40 to 50 devices.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
Like
what's your
switches and
most
sensors and stuff like that. Yeah.
okay? What's your most complicated piece of smart home equipment?
Complicated piece. That's a good one. I think it's I wouldn't say it's complicated, but the smart lock that
Oh,
and it's just that I wanted to I added some add-ons on top of that, and like Home Assistant offers you that too, such that I didn't want it to open by any like I wanted to protect it, right? I want to protect my home for so that nobody can enter in. So I just had to make sure that the codes kind of keep changing. Uh, we don't have the same code for a longer time.
you're rotating
Uh,
codes. Nice.
yeah, so and my wife and I get notifications about that. So yeah, that's the I think that's one place where I spend a lot of time just to make sure that okay, my house is safe.
Good.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So going on from home smart automation to the oops factor, what do you have to share with us today?
I mean, I was thinking, I mean, I guess the main thing is, I'm that API guy, right? So
You are indeed.
APIs is the thing for me. Uh, it's how I got into kind of making content. I started making videos because there was this thing in Power Platform where you could send data back from Flow to Power Apps when they introduced that. I was like, wow, I can now connect to any service. And I didn't know what custom connector was then. So I was okay, the only way I can do it is pass through a flow and send it back. So, and then uh, I guess I explored a bunch of APIs, made a bunch of custom connectors and everything. But yeah, I think APIs, I would say, is the the thing that everyone knows me for. And even though
That
I'm
is
not
true.
any expert in APIs, at least it's something that I kind of love doing, and kind of it. How do I say it? It gives me that adrenaline rush, right? Like anytime says, "Oh, can we connect with this service?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can. Let's try it out. They should have an API for that."
So have you ever been playing around with an API and something happened that shouldn't happen?
Well, Power Platform doesn't allow you a bunch of different types of authentication, which you're like, come on, you can allow this. But then you have different methods to get around it. So yeah, I couldn't connect to the Twitter's kind of user permission. So I guess the user context of it requires OAuth 1.0, and Power Platform doesn't have that authentication type where you have to generate a signature and stuff
Okay.
every time you make a call. So got into Azure Functions. Even though I didn't know a single clue about it, I knew how to copy paste from someone else and get it working.
I think
And I
that's one of the
had
most
like,
important
yeah,
skills in technology, being able to copy, knowing when to copy paste and
when to
how to
copy
do it, not
paste
just
it.
randomly
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. And it's more than copy paste. You need to know how to tweak stuff. If you know how to tweak stuff, I think that's good enough.
Have you ever copy pasted something with unexpected consequences?
Well, that's a good question, I guess. I don't recall as of now anything weird happening when I copy pasted anything. And it would be more for a personal use case. So even if something happened, I didn't worry about it much. Um, but yeah, most of the time I would say copy paste has worked great.
You're very lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear. So apart from obviously querying APIs, which seems to work perfectly for you, yeah, generally don't work for me. I don't know what your knack is in. What else have you enjoyed doing, possibly outside of technology, or that you've found some challenges in, or when something hasn't
Uh,
gone right?
I mean, I guess can you maybe make it a bit more clear, I guess, outside the technology world? Is that what
Well,
you're
it's
asking for?
outside of Power Platform, so something
Okay.
which So something which you were doing and it just went wrong, and you learned some good lessons from it.
Well, this might be I guess I like biking. Not
Okay.
not like mountain biking or anything like that, but just biking around. That's something which I enjoyed a lot as a kid.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, when I started biking here very recent, I guess past a year or two. And I guess this is a, a bad example, but yeah, I didn't wear the protective gear. And if you see this mark over here, it's still there. I fell off from my bicycle.
Okay. So here's a silly
And
question. Why not wear protective gear?
because it's too much. You're riding around your suburb, and you're like, I don't need that. And this might again sound trivial, but I like my hair not being kind of crushed. So I don't want to wear a helmet for that, but I learned a lesson the hard way, I guess. I had to get a CT scan done and everything, and
Hold on. Whoa,
thankfully
whoa, whoa, whoa.
nothing.
Back up. You had to get a CT scan done. What happened
Yeah,
exactly?
because I mean, I fell off from the bike, and I almost I had forgotten what was happening for almost like a minute or two. Like what happened the whole past day, like from morning till like afternoon, I guess. I didn't know what happened. So I
And how
like
did you realize
lost
this?
my
Was
memory.
somebody with you asking you questions, or your memory was totally foggy?
So it's weird. So I was I fell off, I got up, and I started just driving. I don't remember that what happened, but I knew I had to get to a location. I went to that location, I went to my home. I knocked at the door, my wife opened, and I just sat. But she was asking me things, I was not responding. It was
Yeah.
super scary for her. But I guess I was super dehydrated or something, and had a sip of water and everything. And if I could recall everything, but
Okay.
yeah, it was a bad kind of experience. So you're like, okay, let's better check for concussions or anything like that. But yeah, wear your helmets, wear protective gear from now on. If
So
you're
now
not,
when you go biking,
yeah,
leaving aside the hair. I mean, my wife says the same thing about her hair. She doesn't like wearing a helmet on top of it. But now you wear a
yeah. The
helmet,
first thing
right?
I did outside after we got the CT scan done was we placed an order for a helmet online and got it first. So yeah,
I hear that. I hear that.
yeah.
Helmets are very important.
Oh yeah, yeah. You should. I mean, even if you think that you only are going a mile or not even a mile, half mile away, just wear it. I mean, it does
Uh,
much more good than any harm. So why not?
Indeed. And I mean, I used to be a cyclist. I'm now a motorcyclist, and I'm
Oh,
what they call an
okay.
ATGAT, which is all the gear, all the time. Doesn't matter if I'm going around the corner, doesn't matter if I'm going 100 miles, I wear it,
Yeah,
regardless of the
that's
weather. Now, I may choose to go in the car, but if I'm going on the bike, I have full gear on. I don't ride around in the summer in a t-shirt and shorts. No way.
Do you go long drives as well, I guess?
Yeah. Well, long rides,
Yeah.
it's easier because in the summer, okay, it may be hot, but if you're going
Yeah,
on long rides, you've got sort of the slipstream and the breeze. My
true,
bike is not
true.
a little scooter, shall we say.
Yeah, I had a motorcycle back in India. It sucks that it's just scary over here. I feel it's just not safe enough to get a bike. In India, it was fun riding a bike. Yeah, but I did wear a helmet there.
Oh, so you did wear a helmet in India.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what was the difference between India and obviously when you came over? Why did you decide at that point not to wear a helmet?
That was a motorcycle, whereas this was a cycle. So I was like, who cares? So I mean,
Inter-
it,
Interesting.
I guess, yeah, you make wrong decisions, and there's sometimes just not a good enough reason for why you make that wrong decision.
I hear. I hear.
Yeah,
But now you go out with a helmet when you go riding.
yep, every time. Yeah.
Good. Gloves?
Gloves, I haven't. Yeah, so maybe I should look into. But I mean, I don't know. it's like when you are I guess, yeah, again, it's like it's such an inconvenience, but then I guess, yeah, I should probably,
It depends.
yeah.
I mean, if you're popping around the corner to pick up something from a shop that's 5-10 minutes away, meh. I didn't used to wear cycle gloves for that. But if I'm going out for a ride, definitely padded palms was great. That and a gel seat were the two
Yeah.
big creature comforts.
Yeah, gel seat is something that I had already bought before. I mean, so I bought a used bike and I was like, okay, I need a gel seat. I mean, the seat was so hard. I was like, yeah, this is not going to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, this is lesson to people. I know people. I've had a couple of offs myself, both on a bicycle and on the motorbike.
Yeah.
Very, very important to wear proper, adequate safety gear when you're out that's appropriate for your environment and for what you're getting up to.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, the worst that can, I mean, if you don't wear, there is a lot of things that can happen, go wrong. So why take that risk?
Definitely. Very much agree. Well, Vivek, thank you so much for coming on the Oops Fact. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
It was
Great to
great to
be on
have you.
this. Yeah. Yeah.
Viewers, we hope that you've enjoyed the episode. Feel free to check out the rest of the Oops Factor playlist, subscribe to the channel, and take a look at the blog. And if you would like to come on, hit the link somewhere in the description below, put your details on, and I'd love to have you on the show. But above all, have an amazing day.